European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker announced on Wednesday that they will increase funds to tackle the refugee crisis on a press meeting of EU summit. Juncker announced an additional allocation of more than €2 billion, $2.2 billion, over the next 2 years during a joint press conference with European Parliament President Martin Schulz. Since the beginning of the crisis in May, the Commission has not left any stone unturned to find money in our EU budget. We have more than doubled the resources to tackle the refugee crisis from €4.6 billion, $5.1 billion, to €9.2 billion, $10.3 billion. Today we are going even further, €100 million, $111.6 million, more for emergency assistance for the most affected member states, €600 million, $669.8 million, more for the EU agencies in 2016, €200 million, $223.28 million, more for the World Food Programme in 2015, €300 million, $334.92 million, more for humanitarian aid in 2016. He also announced more funds for EU neighbours to be able to cope with the increasing number of refugees heading for Europe, i.e. up to €1 billion, $1.12 billion, for Turkey and €700 million, $781.48 million, for Serbia and Macedonia. EU heads of state are convening Wednesday in Brussels to discuss the recent refugee crisis. What we need tonight is also pragmatism. We don't need ideology tonight, said the EP President Martin Schulz. More than 500,000 migrants and refugees have entered the EU this year, according to EU border agency Frontex, nearly double the figure for the whole of 2014, when 280,000 arrived.